Hi everybody, this is Levi Clay and I'm back again for another FretBoard Diaries episode, or more commonly known as video responses that you didn't ask for. So the concept behind these videos is always the same. It's me looking at questions on the fretboard.co.uk, which is a great forum well worth checking out, and I will always link to the question in the description box below, so you can check out that page. If you are a YouTuber follower of mine, you can head over there and become a member there and get involved, because there's some really nice people over there that have been very kind to me in the past. And if you are a fretboarder and you are unfamiliar with my YouTube channel, you can subscribe and follow the stuff I do on here. It's a nice way to get to interact with people. So this question comes at us on the guitar forum page, and it's a very simple one. It's your top three. So let's just bring that up actually. So here's that, your top three. And Rico asks, thought it would be an interesting idea to post your top three. And he's right, it is an interesting thing to do. As we scroll through here, there are lots of great guitars that people are listing off. Oh, some beauties in there. That's a very nice Les Paul and a very nice Strat. Lots of people have lots of very nice guitars. Yeah, so I thought I could join in on that because I have some very nice guitars. So let's start with, and these are in no particular order, and I try to pick guitars that are in my collection that are quite different from each other. Yeah, so you'll see that anyway. So this is one. This is a Fender. This is a road worn series. It's actually just a Mexican Telecaster. But the beauty of this is because of its road worn nature, it's got this beautiful checking all over the body that you'd expect from a guitar with a vintage finish. And I have kind of battered it a little bit more in the years that I've had it. A few upgrades that I'll talk about, some scratching on the fretboard and some wear on the back. Yeah, very cool guitar. As I say, I have upgraded it. I have put some Joe Barden, Danny Gatton pickups in there, and that's really what made this guitar come to life. I absolutely love this guitar. As you can see, my main amp is a Fender Bassman, and the two just go perfectly together. So before I put these pickups in the guitar, I was actually considering selling or trading this guitar. I put these pickups in and hoisted the action up a bit, and the guitar just started to really sing. And I like the kind of bigger, rounder necks than you get on a thinner, like an Ibanez type neck. So very cool. As you can also see, I flipped the control plate around. Now that isn't volume and tone. It's literally the control plate flipped around, so that's tone and that's volume. And I like that because it enables me to do swells on my tone knob. I appreciate that you can't hear the effect of that because I'm not plugged in. But yes, so that is very cool. And also it stops me knocking the pickup selector switch when I'm playing. Yeah, it's very easy for me to keep it the way I want it and not knock it. It's easy enough to go back there and hit it if I need to. So yeah, real cool guitar. I really like it. I have other Telecasters that I also love, like my Paisley Telecaster and Sur Telecaster, and I just bought another Telecaster today actually, but that one I really love. My number two, not my number two, I mean this is actually my number one, my baby, is my VGA Excaliber Ultra. This is a fixed bridge model, which is very uncommon for the VGAs. Those of you that know my playing know that I'm a VGA artist. I'm endorsed by VGA. I absolutely love their guitars. I have 4 of them, and I've got my eyes on another one at the moment. Yeah, absolutely stunning guitars. This one I have a personal affinity with. This was my first VGA. I bought this brand new from a shop, and it sat on the rack in a shop for about 5 years or so, and I used to go in and play it every now and again, and I wanted it but I couldn't afford it, but eventually I played some Sur guitars and stuff like that, and I was with those guys for a while, and then eventually I decided to move away from that. I got some Gibsons and didn't want to do the endorsement thing, and then I decided, no, I'm making a living from music now, I can treat myself to a really nice guitar, so I'm going to buy that VGA. And I went in and it was on sale, and I considered that to be fate telling me that I needed to buy this guitar. So absolutely stunning guitar, red finish on it. I have modified it again because I like to modify my guitars. Originally it came with EMGs as the stock pickups. I've had the middle routed out a little bit so you could fit a proper fit a traditional passive single coil in there, and then it's all Seymour Duncan pickups because I work with those guys. And I've got some other modifications in there. There's a push-pull tone pot on there which gives me coil splitting on both pickups, and this is a push-pull clean boost active clean boost that I can use if I need to give myself a little bit more gain, a little bit more juice. Other than that, pretty standard. The VGA stuff is great, as you know. This one's been signed by Patrice. He signed that when I met him. I've owned this, when I interviewed him, sorry. I've owned this guitar now for, well, let me see, 5 years? 4 years? Wait, 13. 4 years I've been playing this guitar. It's been my main guitar. Beautiful guitar. I absolutely love it. Yes, it's still my favourite VGA all these years later. I've got, you know, a beautiful 7-string and a fretless and a guitar with a trem, but this it's eye-catching and it plays great. You know, lovely action. And those that are unfamiliar with the VGA stuff, the thing that makes them cool is they don't have truss rods. You have this carbon strip in the neck. So the neck does not move. The neck just does not move in it. I switch string gauges on this thing all the time. I've gone from the super beefy strings when I was recording my album. I've got some 9.5s on there now. But I know, like Tom Monda from Thank You Scientist, pal of mine, he went up to 13s on his. You know, went from 9s to 13s, and the neck didn't move in the slightest. So I think that's really cool. That sort of stability when you're travelling around is a nice touch. So beautiful guitar, my number one. I absolutely love her. She will be with me forever. I will probably be buried with this guitar because, yes, I love it that much. And finally, I picked this one just because there's some affinity with the FretBoard forums with this one. This is a Gibson Howard Roberts Fusion. Super cool guitar. I've wanted one of these ever since I saw Brent Mason's Hot Licks video. In Brent Mason's Hot Licks video, at the end, he does a Western swing section and he picks up a Howard Roberts Fusion, and it's such a beautiful guitar and I always liked it. And I always wanted one, and I've been looking for one for years and years and not been able to afford it. But then I found myself in a position where it's like, well, again, you know, I have money now. I earn money from music, so I can justify buying instruments. So I spent a lot of time looking for one of these, and one came up for sale, and a couple of people all linked it to me. Actually, it was on the FretBoard forums, and I messaged the guy, no questions asked, didn't want to haggle with his price at all. It was a fair price, so I paid him a fair amount for it. And yeah, it's mine, and it's beautiful. It has this nice tailpiece on it, which has fine tuners on. Aesthetically pleasing as well as practical. I think that's cool. And the cutaway is just ridiculously big, which is, you know, if you're a shredder that plays a guitar like this, then great. I don't think it leans towards the shred player, but the fact that it's called the Fusion gives you an idea of what it was designed for. It was designed for that sort of thing. It actually has what wood runs down? I want to say it's balsa wood runs down the centre of this guitar to stop it feedbacking. That's the concept. It was always supposed to be played with a bit of overdrive. Yeah, super cool. You've probably seen these on the cover of the Don Mock books as well. He has those on the Secrets books, the Guitar Secrets books. So yeah, super cool. It has had a neck snap that's been repaired, and you cannot tell. And some people said to me that that's actually the best way to buy Gibsons. Buy ones that have had their headstock snapped and repaired, because generally speaking, if they've been repaired well, they're probably more sturdy than when they came off the Gibson factory line. And you'll get a good deal because of the neck snap. Maybe there's some truth to that. This guitar usually sits by me. That's my Skype. We'll deal with that in a second. Students. Yes, this guitar sits by my side and I use it when I'm transcribing. So, hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, please do hit me up on my YouTube channel. You can also support me on Patreon, check out my other videos, or just subscribe to my YouTube channel and keep up to date. Drop your comments below if you have enjoyed this, and I will see you again for another video soon. Goodbye.